Okay, hi guys, hi everyone. This is Venkat. I have around 9+ years of the IT experience, right? And I worked around the 4 years on SAP above, and from past 5+ years, I'm working on the Hadoop developer and a big data architecture level. And I train more than like 1,000+ members, doing as a mostly online trainings and for like doing some MNCs corporate level trainings. And I'm working in TCS as well. From the Cloudera guys, I'm a Hadoop developer certified. I'm a certified and right, so did like some certifications as different flavors, analyst level. Okay, so this is about my experience, guys. So please share your experience. Hidayata, Lakshman, guys, please share your experience. Or Sukender, can you please introduce your team?
Hello, sir. This is Lakshman.
Yeah, Lakshman.
Uh, I'm currently pursuing my master's and finished by this May. And I worked in India under I done two internships, one on Informatica and other one on Java actually for 6 months each. And during the time I got to experience the IT and I worked on mostly on Informatica with Teradata and I had basic knowledge about data warehousing environment.
Okay, great. Thank you. Yes, Santosh. Yeah, thank you. So, Hidayata,
Hi, how are you, sir?
yeah, I'm fine.
Myself Hidayat. I have completed my master's recently. I
Okay,
don't have any IT experience. I'm new to this field, and I have completed my bachelor's in electrical engineering and a master's in IT. So
okay,
I have a little bit just a knowledge about what is big data, how it works. That's it. I don't have any practical knowledge.
okay, no problem. Okay, guys. So now, right, today, first we'll discuss about the basics, right? Like what is the data, what is the big data, why we need a Hadoop, why not the other technologies, right? And then we'll see the advanced level also. Okay, so first let's go with the basics part, like, so what is the data? So guys, what is the data? Is nothing but gathering the information, right?
Like it's like
How we'll store our data in terms of the bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, gigabyte, terabyte, petabyte, zettabyte, etabyte, and yottabyte. See, the future is about bronobyte we have. If you go with the byte, kilobyte, megabyte, gigabyte, it's just a normal data. Just a normal data. Even our normal systems can easy to handle this. What about this? This is a large volume of data. Huge volume. Everyone call this is about big data. But this is not the big data. It's just simply a huge volume. Let's see now, what is the meaning of the big data? Guys, if we are new to this big data, what we'll think it may be a software or a tool, right? But big data is not a software, it is not a tool. It's just simply a term which defines about the three factors here. One is the velocity of the data, one is the volume of the data, and one is the variety of the data. What is the velocity? Like the speed of the data you are getting from the source to the destination, right? For example, let's see right now I'm in Hyderabad, flying to the Bangalore. See the each and every second, right? Each and every second, all the flight information we capture and we'll analyze. And then we'll say, okay, this is the height of the flight and this is the speed of the flight, like that. See, in hospitals, when we scan the body activities, we'll analyze the data, we'll make a decision, right? So it means if you got the good speed, we can easy to analyze the data. What about the volume? In a big data, volume is nothing but large volume. So simply we can say this is a large volume we have. We have volume here. What about the varieties? You know, we have a three types of the varieties here. One is the structured data, one is unstructured data, one is semi-structured data. Guess what is structure? Like the data, the format is like a tabular format. Everything on the structured format. What about the unstructured? For example, let's see guys in a Facebook. We upload the videos, images, comments. It all comes under the unstructured format. What about semi-structured? JSON data, XML data, and a clickstream data. Guys, what is JSON? It is a JavaScript data. It's like online data. Simply we say it is online format. You know XML, right? Extendable Markable Language. Guys, what about the clickstream? Looks like a new word, right? Clickstream. For example, let's see, suppose I am the customer. I am doing the online shopping with Amazon. Okay, I enter the site. I want to buy something. I enter the site, but I didn't see any offers. So what we'll do, guys? We'll log out. We'll come outside, right? After some time, guys, if you observe your browser, you will see some automatically advertisements in the browser. How you got automatic advertisement in the browser? Whatever you did the mouse clicks on the website, the team is captured all your data, right? The team is capturing all your clicks and they analyze the data. They'll show you some offers to you to attract the customer again. So all your mouse clicks is called as a clickstream data and it is a semi-structured format, right? So like this we have the three different types of the varieties. We have structured, unstructured, semi-structured, and these three are the factors of big data: velocity, volume, and variety. The three factors combination we call as a big data here. If you got any problem, anyone, we can say, so big data is in a problem here. If you see guys, around the 4 to 5 years back, we don't have this concept, right? Like from past, maybe from past 2 to 3 years onwards, we are continuously hearing about big data because the data is growing a lot continuously. As per the IDC analysis, IDC is a US based organization. They analyze the data, how much we are using all the world. So, you know, till 2007, we got the 0.9 gigabyte. Till 2011, we got the 1.9 gigabyte. Till 2012, we got the 2.9 gigabyte here. If you see guys, in a 4 years of the time, it just increased only 1 gigabyte. See, within a 1 year, we got the 1 gigabyte here. So what I am saying is, the flow of the data is rapidly growing a lot continuously, right? So here, what is my challenge? How to handle this big data. So let's see now from which sources we're getting the vast amount. From which sources we got the vast amount. So here we're discussing about introduction about data, variety, velocity, volume we have. So let's see here at 90% of the world data is just in the last 2 years. So till now we discussed about the big data factors. What is the volume? Getting the huge volume here. And see varieties, we have a number of varieties here. And velocity, the speed of the data we're getting here. This is called 3 V's in a big data. We have one more V is called about the veracity. It means is the data is really useful or not. Okay, I got the big data, but depends on the client requirements, it's the best or not. Let's call about the veracity. Let's see from which sources getting the vast amount. Social media, right? It is one of the biggest example of big data, getting the vast amount from different sources like Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and see the scientific instruments. See NASA team, every second they'll produce all the weather reports, right? And see mobile devices. Guys, we are sending the 11 millions of messages through mobiles in 1 minute throughout the world. If you see guys, in the olden days, right, we have newspapers, but nowadays we got so many websites and the blogs and apps. So what I'm saying is, here all of us are generating here and all of us are consuming here. So what is the main challenge is how to handle the big data. That's the main challenge, right? So this is the main challenge we have. So let's see from which source we got this vast amount. From the mainframes, client server, internet, mobile devices, social media, and a cloud computing. Every minute we got around 1 lakh tweets, around 7 lakh updates in Facebook, 11 millions of messages through mobiles, around 7 lakh updates in Google. Guys, this is called as a big data. Here you will get the high speed, huge volume, and different types of varieties. Here you can't control it, right? For example, guys, I'll say, guys, can you please stop using your Facebook and mobile? No one will stop it, right? So we don't know how to control the big data, right? So we are looking for solution, how to handle the big data. Okay, now what is my job? I want to handle the big data. What is the meaning of handle? It means how we'll store this vast amount of the data and how we'll process all the varieties of the data. How we'll store the vast amount and how to process all the varieties of the data. This is my job in the big data. Here guys, I am looking for a solution to handle this. Okay, first let's go with the SQL. What is SQL? The structure query language, right? If you see guys in the name define, it can access only structured data. It can access only structured data. And SQL can handle in terms of the bytes, kilobytes, megabytes, till gigabytes only. But what is my job in the big data? In a big data, my job is I want to store the vast amount starting from terabyte plus. I want to process about all the varieties, means I have a structured, unstructured, semi-structured. But see, using a SQL, we have limitations to handle the data and storing also, right? It can access only structure and limit amount only. So it means using a SQL, it's not possible to handle the big data. Like a SQL, all the RDBMS systems are failed to touch the big data. SQL, Oracle, SAP, Teradata, DB2, everything. They have their own limitations for storing. They have their own limitations for processing part. But here guys, what is my job? I want to store the vast amount of the data and I want to process about all the varieties of the data here. Okay, so now how we'll handle this big data? Okay, now let's go with the Hadoop. Let's say Hadoop is a data management framework. Let's what is the meaning of framework? Means let's say my laptop is a framework. I have a keyboard, mouse, screen, everything is integrated and we are saying it's a framework. Same way, Hadoop is a software framework which consists of a number of components doing on different jobs. Storing, processing, streaming, scheduling, like different components we have. Let's say we can say Hadoop is a software framework we have, which consists of a number of software components doing on the different jobs. And Hadoop is data management is nothing but in a Hadoop, right, you can store any amount of the data. You can process any variety of the data, storing any amount and processing any variety. Okay, so this is my job in a, I got it right. What is my job in the big data? Yes, I want to store the vast amount. I want to process about all the varieties. Yes, using a Hadoop, we can store any amount. We can process the any variety of the data. So first, let's see what is the history of the Hadoop, how they got this idea about the Hadoop technology. See the Google team guys, there is a paper. Based on the paper, dog cutting, he got an idea about the Hadoop. With the Apache team support, first he released the Apache Hadoop. Apache Hadoop is a core Hadoop. It's a main origin. It's a core Hadoop and you know it is open source. Open source means free software, right? So it's a free one. So I can take this Apache Hadoop, I'll customize, I'll make my own flavor. Let's say I'll create the Venkat Hadoop. You can make your own flavor. The same way, based on this Apache Hadoop, we got the flavors, the advanced flavors, the recommended flavors we have got Cloudera, Hortonworks, Mapper, all the flavors. In all the flavors, right, the best flavor is about the Cloudera. Cloudera team, they have taken the all the Apache Hadoop. They customized and they added some new components. They installed a manager. They installed the Cloudera manager. This manager is controlling and monitoring about all of your services running on the Hadoop. You display the health report of each and every service. So they given everything as a pre-configured version. Pre-configured means everything is installed already. So your job is just open and play with that. If you have any issue, here we have a team, Cloudera, they will give good support. Any flavor is free of cost. All are open sources. But the support they'll charge for that. Coming to these Hortonworks mapper are just like a normal flavors. Because you know most of the clients, 95% of the clients are using the Cloudera. It's the best flavor we have. Okay, now let's see guys here the common question like why Hadoop is the best. See if you are new to the big data or Hadoop, the last is a common question like why Hadoop is the best solution. For example, let's go with the SQL, Oracle, Teradata, SAP HANA, some examples. Let's go with the Hadoop. In a Hadoop, right, I will define about the 5 characteristics. This will say Hadoop is the best solution. One is about the scalability. One is about the flexibility. One is about the cost effective. One is a fault tolerance. One is a high performance. Let's say what is the scalability first. First of all guys, see in Hadoop we are doing the parallel processing concept. Means so based on the client data we'll take a number of systems, we'll distributing. Once client add the more data, we'll take the more nodes. Systems, nothing but. Right? This is called scalability guys. Means based on the client data, we can take a number of systems in the cluster. Next, flexibility. So flexibility as discussed in a Hadoop, we can store any amount. We can process the any variety. But see these are all, we have limitations, right? It can handle only structured and limitations about the storing also. They'll have limited amount of the data. And see the cost effective. So we discussed Hadoop is open source. Hadoop is a free software and it can run with 1 GB RAM, 20 GB hard disk also. Hadoop can run with less cheapest hardware configuration also. But if you go with these all, it's so costly for softwares and require the hardware as a more configurations to run the servers, right? So let's say next about the fault tolerance. It's an important factor. For example, I have one file. I'm loading into one system. If system crash, guys, what will happen? We lost the whole file, right? But see in a Hadoop, when you load your file to the one system, the copy will go automatically to second system and the third system here. Because in a Hadoop, we have a 3 times is a replication factor recommended. Why? Because if any one system crash, right, no worries, the same copy is available in the second and third. It's called about replication factor we have. 3 times recommended, and depends on the client requirement, you can increase also manually. High performance. Suppose I am running a job in one machine. If my system got crashed, my job will not stop. My job will not stop. My job will go automatically to second system. That's called high performance. So these are all the 5 characteristics here, guys. We can say Hadoop is the best solution to handle the big data. Hadoop is the best solution to handle the big data. So guys, in any interview, if they ask anyone about the why Hadoop is the best, simply say these 5 characteristics. Right. So now let's see. Okay, now we got the idea about the Hadoop. So what Hadoop is doing, and you got it right. Maybe you'll confuse like where we use the Hadoop, where we use these RDBMS systems. Let's see. Guys, you know about OLTP, OLAP, right? What is OLTP? Online transaction process. What is OLAP? It's online analytical process.
Analytical process.
Yeah, analytical process. So for example, let's see, we have a number of customers doing the banking transactions in the bank. Backend have a database, right? So here what's going on? All the customers are doing some transactions. Backend we have a database. It is updating. This is called OLTP, right? Online transaction process. You know, guys, this database is a small database which can maintain a few months statement, like a 3 months or 6 months or max 1 year. What the banks they will do after that? All the banks, they will take the whole database, they'll upload everything into a big warehouse. What you will do in the big warehouse? We are storing the data from different sources into this big warehouse, and we are processing, we are doing the analytics in this data. This is called OLAP, online analytical process we have. So now Hadoop is for, guys, Hadoop is for OLAP. Using a Hadoop, right, we are not doing any transactional processing. Hadoop is OLAP means we are storing the big data, we are processing the big data, we are doing the analytics on the big data. So the only 3 things, guys, we are doing. So we're covering as all everything. Store the huge volume of data, process any type of variety of the data, analyze based on the client requirements. Okay, right. Now coming to the Hadoop framework. So guys, as discussed, it's a data management framework we have. So basically we have 2 of the core components. 2 are the core components we have. One is the HDFS, one is the MapReduce. These 2 are the core components we have. For example, let's see from the client here, I got the data. Because first what we'll do with the client data, we'll do storage, right? Next, from the client, I got the requirements. We'll process, right? The whole storage of the Hadoop is going with the HDFS. And the whole processing will take care by MapReduce we have. So first let's start about the HDFS. It's a Hadoop distributed file system. See guys, the name defined parallel processing, right? Distributed the file system means parallel processing concept. Means we are distributing our data to number of systems. For example, let's say from the client I got the 100 GB of data. For example, I am taking 100 systems. Because we have scalability, we can take a n number of systems based on the client data. You know, in a Hadoop, right, in a HDFS, each system we call as a data node. Let's say my laptop is like a one node. If you see guys in my laptop, I have a C, D, E or the hard disk partitions, right? These partitions are logically divided, right? I didn't break the hard disk, right? So here, these partitions are logically internally be divided. Same way, in a Hadoop, in a HDFS, we have a number of blocks in each node. Okay, guys, what is the Oracle block size? Any idea? 4 KB, right? So if you take the 100 MB file, how many blocks required here?
Okay.
25,000 blocks required here. Why? Because my file is in MB but block in a KB. We need the more blocks to store the small file in Oracle. But see in a Hadoop, see in a HDFS, 64 MB is the minimum default block size. If you go with the 100 MB file, guys, how many blocks required? Max 2 blocks only. So here what I am saying is, in a Hadoop, in HDFS, the block size are very high because we are handling the big data. Okay, so 64 MB is the default block size and 128 MB is the recommended block size and 512 MB is the maximum block size. So this is a question for certification, guys. In certification, they'll ask this question about the block sizes, about the blocks information here. 64 MB default, 128 MB recommended, 512 MB is the max block size. So depends upon the velocity and size of the data. These block sizes we can increase manually also. These block sizes we can increase manually also. Okay, like this we got a number of blocks, all the blocks in the data nodes, all the nodes in the racks, all the racks in the cluster level. So we are distributing data to different nodes. Logically, internally, we have a number of blocks. Let's see, I'll show you the sample cluster looks like, how the sample cluster. This is a cluster where these are all the racks. These are all the data nodes. Logically, internally, number of blocks also available here. Okay, let's see guys, I'll show you one small video of how the real-time cluster looks like. Okay, one second. Let's see small video.
Wind energy in today's world is important because the world is running out of fossil fuels at some point in time, and we have global heating as one of our current challenges. The 2020 target in Europe is that in 2020, 20% of all energy has to come from renewable energy. And a lot of those 20% is coming directly from wind. The only way we can maintain being number one in modern energy is to stay ahead of our competitors using the latest technology. The most windy location may not be that location that generates the best revenue for the customer. So siting of turbine becomes a very complex discipline. Wind in itself is kind of a volatile source. It fluctuates. You need to convince our customers that what we supply them is a reliable source of energy. And the only way you can prove reliability is by analyzing the data you have available. We have the libraries of wind ready. We estimate that we will be in the range of 18 to...
Let's see guys, these are all the nodes. These are all the nodes. This is a rack.
24 petabytes of data. That is equivalent to watching 70 years of high definition video.
This is a cluster. This is a cluster. We got all the nodes, all the racks we have, and each node logically divided, logically internally, we have a number of blocks. Like this, we will distribute the data to the physical machines. We'll store like this. Next, we'll see all the advanced level in our regular sessions. Next, coming to the processing part, we'll take care by map reduce. Guys, for example, let's see our machines. See in my laptop. The backend is, it will take only binary code. But what we are doing in the front end, we have so many keys, function keys, everything, right? That is converting to binary code. Same way, Hadoop will know only map reduce, then how will process from front end? How to process from the front end? For example, let's go with the Java. So in Java, write the coding part in a Java. Everything will go to MapReduce, processing in Hadoop system. Okay, just write the coding stuff that is going to MapReduce for execution and processing in the Hadoop system. Suppose guys, I don't know Java, then how will process? Let's go with the Hive. Hive is a warehouse. They have their own language called Hive query language. Hive query language here. So this is same like SQL guys. Just write the query here. The query will go to backend MapReduce in a Hadoop system. Right. Next, suppose I don't know Java. I don't know about the Hive also. Then let's go for the Pig. Pig is a scripting language. All the coding stuff will go to MapReduce processing in a Hadoop system. So these three are different ways of processing the data. So one is a Java and one is a Hive and one is a Pig. So it depends on the right knowledge we have. So see, if you see here, MapReduce. It is a backbone of the Hadoop for processing data. So depends upon your knowledge, you can use Java or a Hive or a Pig. For example, let's see, a small requirement in Java will take a 3 to 4 hours time minimum. Why? Because writing the coding part is a manual, compilation manual, execution also manual here in Java. The same job here we take max half an hour time. Max half an hour, because the coding part is a simple SQL language and the execution is automated. So the conversion and execution, everything is automated. Just you write the query, that's it. Everything backend we have a driver that will take care of that. The driver will do the automatically compilation, automatically optimization, automatically execution. The same job you can do in a Pig, max 15 minutes time. Because this coding is a very simple than Java and a Hive. Pig is a very simple language. It's all single line statements. So depends upon your knowledge and depends upon the requirements we have. But nowadays most of the clients are using the first priority as a Hive and a Pig. We'll use the Hive and a Pig for the client requirements for processing. We are not using a Java for any client requirement. We are using a Java for any Hadoop flavor changes. Okay, so if you don't know Java guys, not a problem. You need a basic SQL here to learn these concepts, but I'll cover the three. I'll cover all. Why? Because if you know the manual execution process, Hive and Pig is a very simple part. Okay, right. Next, for example guys, I'm in Oracle database. I'm unable to handle. I want to migrate into Hadoop. So guys, actually what is the tools we'll use for migrating 1 DB to 1 DB? ETL tool, right? Extract. What is ETL? Extract, transform, loading process.
Transformation, loading.
Yeah. So
extract the data from different sources, loading it.
Yeah. Now what is my job is, I want to migrate the data from Oracle to the Hadoop system. So here we don't need any ETL because Hadoop itself we have ETL. It's called
Scoop and
scoop.
flow.
Using a
And flow.
scoop, we'll import the data from any database. Any DB can connect to the Hadoop. Same way from the Hadoop you can export to the any other database. Scoop is like a ETL tool, so you can import and export the data. Right. So guys, these are all the core components of the Hadoop. Means any project, these are all the mandatory concept. And so working with the advanced concepts, guys, you need to practice all the advanced concepts as well. Let's see about the Impala, Flume, Solar, Hue, Uji, HBase, Zookeeper we have, and Yarn. These are all the advanced concepts, guys. First, let's see what is Impala. Impala is from the Cloudera flavor, developed by Cloudera. It's like a minimum of 20 times, maximum 100 times. It's a faster than Hive. Faster than Hive for retrieval process. Retrieval, it is so faster. Next. For example, let's see guys, my client is Apple. My client is Apple. They want to know about the iPhone 6 tweets. They want to analyze is the iPhone 6 the best or not. So how we'll analyze based on tweets, right? So guys, where is the tweets? In social media like Facebook or Twitter where we have data. So now my job is I want to stream all the tweets into the Hadoop system and I want to analyze and I want to say finally it's the best or not. So what the first step is how you'll stream. Yes, using a Flume, let's streaming the web data from the any web resources to the Solar. This is for the storage. So for storage for we have, and we can customize the collection also. So means using a Flume and Solar, we are streaming the all the web data. Once you streamed into the Hadoop system, next we'll use Hive or Epic, we'll do analytics. That analytics we call as a social media analytics, guys. We have. So here I am calling this project here, social media analytics project. So this is a one project. Yeah, first project will cover. Right. So if you see guys, till now we covered so many components, right? You know, all the components are working with the Linux OS. If suppose guys, I don't know anything about Linux, then how will process? We can go for a Hue. A Hue is a web UI tool, a graphical user interface tool. So using a mouse, we can play all these components in a single portal. A simple tool, say. And next, Uzi is a scheduling tool. Scheduling tool we have, so we can schedule your jobs. You can use start time, end time, time zone, how many times you want to repeat this task, right? So you can submit everything. So it's a simple scheduling tool we have. HBase is a NoSQL language. It is a columnar storage. So here we can do some of the transactional processing. So here we'll see the integrations between the HDFS to HBase, Hive to the HBase, and Pig to the HBase integration, guys. You'll see all these three types of the integrations here. And Zookeeper is for the cluster management tool. So administration will take care of these management tools and to control the clusters and the masters we have. Coming to Yarn, it's like a MapReduce, like advanced of MapReduce. So guys, here we covered all the core and advanced components we have. Okay, from the client, we got the raw data, what we are doing with the Hadoop, storing, processing, analytics, everything. But end of the day, guys, client want to see what the client want to see. End of the day, reports. You want the reports. So if you see, guys, in a Hadoop, we don't have any reporting tool. We need to go to outside for reporting tool. If you see the outside, right, in the market, we have a 50 plus tools available, reporting tools. But you know,
Table
all tools
corner.
will not support big data. Only a few tools will support the big data. In that, the best tool is called about Tableau. So here guys, I'm calling a Tableau here. So I'll show you the Hadoop to the Tableau live integration part. You know Tableau, right? Tableau is one of the best reporting tool under the 500 Fortune companies in US market. Tableau is one of that. You'll get the very good quality of the reports using a Tableau. So here, what we'll do is in a Hadoop with a Tableau, we'll see a live integration here, right? Okay, so you know we discussed about the flavors, right? Cloudera, Hortonworks, Mapper, like that. Sometimes client will say, I don't want any flavor. Let's create your own flavor. Then how we'll create? So it is because Hadoop is a free, Linux is a free OS, right? We can make our own flavor. So I'm covering the three ways of installation part. One is a pre-configured, one is a sudo mode, one is a distributed mode. Pre-configured about nothing but flavor installation like Cloudera, Hortonworks, Map or flavors. And sudo mode nothing but I'll take one single machine. I'll show you first how we'll install the Linux, how we'll configure all the settings and configurations, and how we'll install the Hadoop in that machine. And see distributed mode, I'll take a 4 to 5 machines. I'll show you like how to configure the multi-node setup, multi-node cluster setup. So guys, if you go anywhere, right, if you go anywhere, right, no one will cover these three components in the same course. These are all different topics actually, and everything under the course, because we don't know, right, what the client want. Sometimes client will use a flavor. Sometimes client will use some pseudo mode. Sometimes client will say just install the Hadoop on some 100 machines. So you need to get the grip on these three. If you go anywhere, no one will cover everything on the single course, but I'm covering here because guys you need to get from end-to-end solution. So here I'm covering admin part, I'm covering the development part, I'm covering the BI tool called Tableau, business intelligence tool we are covering here. So covering as a whole Hadoop analyst position guys. Hadoop analyst. So means guys you are eligible to apply a developer, apply admin, apply as analyst position. Okay. So this is all about your topics will cover here from starting to advanced level. Okay. So this course duration is 50 to 60 hours duration. Okay. Daily it's a 1 hour session. 1 or 2 hours we can plan based on your requirement. And weekends your sessions also will take, because you have some big topics are there here, will take the more time. For example, let's see these topics will take very more time, and like some topics we have that we will plan the weekend sessions. Okay. And from the Cloudera guys, I'm a Hadoop developer certified, so I can guide you the certification process and I can help you for certification part. I'll take care of that. And you know here, right, so every day guys you'll get the one assignment easily. One assignment I'll give the assignment part here. So every day you'll get one assignment, so you need to practice daily basis. Each topic I'll give number of assignments here, so you'll get the grip on the practical part. So I'll share the 14 GB of stuff, my Google Drive. This drive contains all the materials, drives. I'll show you the drive which contains all your required stuff, right? And so you can easily download this, and I'll take care of the system access, the TeamViewer access. I will install all the stuff. So this is about my drive. So this drive contains all the documents. You'll see the Hadoop ebooks and materials and the softwares, interview questions. You'll see topic wise interview questions prepared. Okay, so this stuff will help you a lot for your interview point of view and for your practical part also. And coming to the video sessions guys, so what I will do is, so we'll record a daily basis videos, and we'll make the folder like this, and like day wise folders. And suppose if you see the one folder, I'll import that, I'll upload the video and the required documents and the text file, whatever I'm typing notepad. Okay, so all the stuff is ready. The only thing is, guys, you need to start the practical part on your system. That's a major part. So we are covering the 3 projects here. So one is about the social media analytics, and one is about the weblog analytics, and one is I'll take retail data. I'll show you that Hadoop to the Tableau integration part here, and I'll show you my real-time projects or some screenshots also. I can help you further. I'll show you the how the task will come, right? How you'll get the client requirements, how to analyze, right? And after that, how we'll make all the requirements to a technical requirements, development, admin, analyst. We'll cover everything here, guys. I will take my project tasks. I'll show you how we need to do this part in a real-time picture. So after my end of the course, guys, we can directly sit into the project and start your project on your hands. After my course, you'll get 2 years of experience knowledge at least. So you can directly sit into the class or sit into the project and you can start the project work here. Okay, now coming to the flavor, let's see, I'll show you the flavor. See, this is a Cloudera flavor. This is a Cloudera flavor. So this flavor is a pre-configured flavor. Whenever you start this machine, right, first you'll get the browser. So see in the browser, so here we discussed about the Cloudera manager. It is a manager to control, to monitor about the each and every service. Once you start the manager, then you can go for a command line to write the commands, or you can go for a GUI tool. Okay, let's start the manager first. Agree the terms, username admin, password admin. Admin. So depends upon your requirement. See, some will be good health, some be stopped, some will bad health. Depend upon your requirement, you can start, stop, restart. For example, if it is a bad health, right, then go to the action, restart your service. These are all the services I am running on my machine. When you start the first time, right, some will be show stop, stop, or some will be running. Right now I'm running all, so it's everything is a good health. So after you start these services, right, you can go ahead with the commands and right, so we can start the practice on these commands here. So let's see, guys, I'll show you one small practical just to understand the what's is doing the Hadoop. I'll show you a simple example that will show you the Hadoop is the best. Let's see. So now I'll show you one sample exercise. Okay, let's see here. My exercise is, I have a data. Okay, it's in the table Hive. It's in the local, let's say it's in HDFS. Okay, I'm loading into Hive table, and let's see, I'll show the differences between Hive and Impala. Okay, let's see, I'll tell you the what is the best in a Hive, what is the best in Impala. Okay, let's see, this is today we'll see exercise. Okay, so first you can check. Okay, now it is finished. What is my status? Good health, right? Okay, now so guys, these commands we will see in the classes. Okay, just I want to show you the Hadoop speed. Okay, I'll go to the Hive. Okay, show databases. So guys, we'll see basic SQL, then we'll go advanced in the classes. Now I'm just showing the one practical exercise. Okay, I'm going to create a database, let's say test underscore db. Oh, it's already exists now. Okay, so let's see, suppose Sony underscore db. Use Sony underscore db. I'm going to create a table, suppose some sample, just taking the line as a string. So now what I'm doing is, so I'm taking a big log file. You know, this log file, we have access log file. The log file contains the 47 lakhs records. The log file contains 47 lakhs records, this log file. See the file size, around some 550 MB. So now this file I want to load into the Hive table. Let's see, load the data in path. In the RAM, we have a log file. We are loading into table sample. 47 lakhs records of this file loading into this table. Let's see how much time will take. Just 5 seconds. Guys, if you use any software, right, it will take the more and more time. But see in a Hadoop, in a Hive, there's a 5 seconds loaded the 47 lakhs records of the data. So Hive is the best for loading the data, table creations and loading the data here. Okay, let's see the processing part. I'll go with the Impala because as discussed, Impala is the best for the processing part. So let's see the show databases. Okay, I don't have my new DB, right? What is my new DB? Sony is not in the list. Refresh. Now I got it right. Okay, let's use Sony DB. Show tables. Select count of star from sample table. I just want to know like how many records in this table. So I know it's for around 47 lakhs records. Let's see how much time will take for this counting. 47 lakhs records of the file, it just count in 16 seconds. See the count. So if you do the same job again guys, it will take the less time because it has a cache. It's a cache memory. So it will hold some time, right? So let's see 11 seconds. If you do it again, it will take very less time. So 52,558 records guys, the count. See the speed, understand about the storage, stored in 5 seconds, processed in 10 seconds, right? So if you do the same job in RDBMS, if you go with any database, it will take at least a minutes or hours. At least it will take minutes. But see the Hadoop, in my single system, in my laptop, in virtual machine, taking this less time. If you work with the real-time cluster guys, it will take very, very less time. Okay, so this will show the speed of the Hadoop storing and the processing. That's why Hadoop is so now popular because it is easy to handle the big data. Hello. Hello. Yeah, sorry guys, lost the connectivity. Hello. Sukender, are you there?
Yes.
Okay, right. So this is the difference, guys, between the yeah. This is speed of the Hadoop. Will say like slow, faster. It's very very faster. We have a processing and storing. Okay, so this is all about end to end, guys, from the basic advanced level. Okay, so please ask me if you have any questions.
We have to have a basic knowledge of Linux, or you will teach us little bit.
Actually here guys, to learn the Hadoop, the basic requirement is about the basic Linux and the SQL. So I'll cover that part. I understand from your base, you from the from recently graduates, right? So definitely I'll take it up from the basic level to advanced level. With the daily you'll see some number of exercises, you'll see the practical level also. Okay, we'll go with the basics first and then we'll go advanced next.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. So any more questions, guys? Lakshman, Siva?
Uh, like this is what you're saying, like for 2 years, right? If you are keeping like 2 years of experience, you think it will be sufficient, right?
No, no. What I'm saying is right. What
I
I'm
mean, the
saying,
concepts you are discussing.
yeah, the concepts you'll get the grip on real-time project. I'm saying
Okay.
you'll get the grip on
Like,
that.
I
So
mean,
it's up to you wish how
I mean,
many
like,
years you want to keep in the market. It depends on your experience and everything. But you can definitely put.
most people are moving from like MapReduce to Spark, right? So, I mean, most of the people like moving from not only sticking to the MapReduce concept, but mostly like they prefer to use Spark in various situations. Like,
Yeah,
so
recently
will
we
you be
got the
covering
Spark,
those
but
concepts or just only Hadoop?
yeah, recently we got the Spark in the market, but the Spark is not the Hadoop. Spark is different component. So, right, if you want, I can add to our schedule, not a problem. I have experience on the Spark also.
Okay, okay. So you started working from like 5 years from
Yeah,
Hadoop?
yeah, around 5 years I have experience on the big data. I'm from
Okay,
UK, so I
okay.
came back here and I started the big data technologies and 5 years back.
Okay, okay. So now you're working on Spark or just on Hadoop?
It depends, but Hadoop is a main part, right? Spark is
Oh
not
yeah,
fully developed actually. They are doing with the
like
POC level only still.
yeah, still.
Yeah, still POC level only. I don't prefer Spark, but because Hadoop is fully developed and we are working on the projects here. So Spark POC only. POC means we don't know. We can take it in a
Yeah,
project or not. It will
it
not.
may or may not tell us because that actually. First they
Exactly.
need to
Yeah.
verify everything and
Yeah. But it's better to get the knowledge on that. I can help you. Not a problem.
okay. That's it for now.
Yeah.
Yeah, Venkat.
Hi Siva. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah. This is social media something analytics, right?
Yeah.
One project.
Yes.
On which domain I can put this, or it is can be used on any domain.
Actually, it can any domain. Why? Because if you take any domain, right? So any product or anything they want to know about this analytics. So for example, let's say e-commerce. E-commerce means we'll see that about the customer tweets. If you go with retail tweets, like where we go, that this is a common project actually. So I will help you guys to make a resume, interview point of view. While making a resume, I will tell you what are the projects you need to keep and in the domain level.
Okay. Yeah, because this is social media and weblog analytics, maybe I don't know its domain and all. Maybe it may be common to all. Any
Yeah, if
domain
you
it
go
can
with,
work in.
yeah, for the domain level, I'll give you separate. I can explain that. This is for your
Because
practical part. So for example, let's say see social media weblog. These two are common if you go with any domain. That's why I'm calling these two because if you say the log analytics, so every project, every domain, they have a log data. We need to do analytics on the data. That's the first part. Same with social media.
Only, but the thing is, if you are putting some healthcare domain, then we used to speak in terms of healthcare terminology, all those things, right?
Yeah, yeah,
That we need to know. In interview point of view, it is very important. Of
exactly.
course,
Why? Because see
that's
here,
what.
for coming to the SQL point of view, Hive is very important. So first, initially, we'll start with the basics level. Then you got the grip. After that, we'll go with these components. Until unless I'll not go with this advanced.
Okay, I'm asking this projects only. That's what I'm project level.
Yeah, for the projects, right? So I'm calling the three
Yeah.
projects, and I'll show you my project level also. So that is enough. And resume point of view, I'll use some other projects also. I'll explain that.
Okay. How long these projects will take? Means like to cover this.
This course will take overall 60 hours, 50 to 60 hours duration.
Actually, you are giving three projects, right?
Yeah, I'm calling three projects here.
Maybe this social media and weblog, maybe in some other any I don't know which domain you are going to provide this. But retail is another one.
Yeah, it is another one for
And
we'll do with the some Tableau connectivity and we'll make some reports on that.
okay.
See
So
the
can you
project
tell?
level, right? See, you know, don't treat like this is like RDBMS, right? This is like a big data analytics. So this for everything's analytic level. So means the projects means in if you see market, right? No project is finished for Hadoop. Why? Because if you say analytics means continuously you'll get the requirements, continuously you work on that. So we'll see all the components first. Next, we'll cover all these components, taking some projects. You'll get the good grip on this. I'll show you my
Yeah,
project, some screenshots, so that
so these components, all components can be used in these projects, right?
yes, you are right. Okay. Right. Any questions, guys?
For Cloudera, any configuration is required, like
Yeah, for the installation of the Cloudera, right, we need a 4 GB RAM and we'll take some hard disk on that. So I'll share this software drive. I will take a team viewer, I'll install you in your machine.
yeah, generally we go for core Hadoop, and at
Yeah.
the same time we can install this also. That not a problem.
Yes, yes.
So VMware we can install the Hadoop, right? That
Yes.
Linux and all it comes.
Yeah, you're right.
And the Cloudera is another one which is like a Windows and Windows based. You can install and it looks like a GUI as you showed right now.
We have two ways. One is a GUI tool Hue, HUE Hue, or we can use the Linux throughputing. So
Now you showed one Cloudera, right? That is looks like a GUI only.
no, Cloudera has a both. They have a commands and a GUI also.
Oh, okay.
We have a Hue also. Hue also, GUI also available, and all the commands also available.
Okay. In Cloudera itself, you have these things.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sir, as you have said that there are some flavors for Hadoop like Cloudera or something. So can you just give a little bit more idea regarding this?
Yeah. So coming to the flavors, right? See, the Cloudera Hortonworks map or flavors, right? So this Cloudera has fully advanced components. Hortonworks are maintaining the core Hadoop, like let's say till Scoop. Mapper also same thing. We don't have any advanced part. So Cloudera we got some advanced part, and they have a GUI tools also will support. So we'll see that installations. See, actually all the flavors are same, but except the Cloudera remaining all are same. Cloudera is advanced level, and it's the main thing is about support, guys. Support is also very good in a Cloudera. Say US based organization. So
Sir, basically we are like a Hadoop administrator or a
yeah,
Hadoop
this
developer.
this is become as a Hadoop analyst. My course will give you the Hadoop analyst.
Analyst.
Means you can apply as a developer or admin, not a problem. And if you have
Oh,
some experience, you can put as a Hadoop analyst also. Because see in the market, right, they're asking development with some BA tool knowledge,
Yeah.
right? So in that scenario, that's why I added the tableau here. I will take some job descriptions in your market. I can help you for what we covered and what you need to do practice that part also then,
Okay.
Yeah.
right? Okay. Any questions, guys?
So big data is nothing but not a software or something. It's just like a term define the data.
Yeah, it's a huge data with the different types of varieties we need to handle. So we got the Hadoop here, easy to handle that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay then. Okay guys, so you can I'll share